Good morning, students. So, this is our Unit 5 and chapter Organism and Populations. In this chapter, we will study about some adaptations and population attributes. Allen's rule. According to Allen's rule, in endothermal animals of colder areas, the extremities like feet, tail, ear, etc. tend to be smaller as compared to their relatives in warmer regions. This minimizes heat loss. Just like this, animals of colder areas possess thick fur, subcutaneous fat, and small extremities. They help in conservation of heat. During excessive cold, they may undergo hibernation. However, sea animals can't undergo hibernation. So, sessile animals also cannot migrate. These and some other animals protect themselves from excessive cold by developing cold hardiness. For example, barnacles and mollusks of intertidal zones of cold areas, several insects and spites, etc. So, this according to Allen's rule means the animals who are living in the polar areas, they have short ears and limbs which minimizes heat loss. This slide is about behavioral adaptations in desert lizards. Some organisms show behavioral adaptations to cope with a variation in their environment. Desert lizards lack the physiological ability that mammals have to deal with a high temperature. They keep their body temperature fairly constant by behavioral means. They enjoy in the sun and absorb heat when their body temperature drops below the comfort zone, but move into shade when the surrounding temperature starts increasing. Some species are capable of burrowing into the soil to hide and escape from too much heat. Population attributes. A population is the total number of interbreeding individuals of a species found in a geographical area who share and compete for similar resources. So, just like bacteria in a culture plate, lotus in a pond, and teakwood trees in a forest lake, they all can be considered as population. So, a population has certain qualities, group characteristics that an individual organism doesn't have. An individual may have birth or death, but a population has birth rate and death rate. In a population, these rates refer to per capita births and deaths respectively. One example I'm telling you. For example, if in a pond there are 20 lotus plants last year and through reproduction 8 new plants added, taking the current population to 28. We calculate the birth rate as 8 upon 20 is equal to 0.4 offspring per lotus per year. One more example is there. If 4 individuals in a lab population of 40 fruit flies died during a specified time interval, say a week, the death rate is in the population during that period is 4 upon 40 is equal to 0.1 individuals per fruit fly per week. Another important characteristic of population is sex ratio. An individual has sex, it may be male or it may be female, but a population has a sex ratio. For example, 60% of the population are females and 40% are males. Then is age distribution. A population has 3 ecological age groups: pre-reproductive, reproductive and post-reproductive. Their comparative abundance determines the reproductive status of a population. Then there are age pyramids. If the age distribution is plotted for the population, the resulting structure is called the age pyramid. So these for human population, the age pyramid show the age distribution of males and females in a combined diagram. There are age pyramids of 3 types: triangular age pyramid, bell-shaped age pyramid, and urn-shaped age pyramid. The shape of pyramids reflects the growth status of the population, that is an expanding or growing population, a stable population or a declining population. Just like if triangular age pyramid is there, the number of pre-reproductive individuals is very large. Number of reproductive individual is moderate, while post-reproductive individuals are fewer. Population is growing. Rate of growth depends upon the comparative size of pre-reproductive population. If the age pyramid is bell-shaped, the number of pre-reproductive and reproductive individuals is almost equal. Post-reproductive individuals are comparatively fewer. The population size remains stable, neither growing nor diminishing. So third one is urn-shaped age pyramid. Proportion of reproductive age group is higher than the individuals in pre-reproductive age group. Number of post-reproductive individual is also sizable. It is declining or diminishing population with negative growth. Next is population growth. The size of a population keeps changing depending on various factors including food availability, predator pressure and adverse weather, etc. It may be competition, etc. So next is the density of a population in given habitat during a given period changes due to four basic factors, that is natality, mortality, immigration and emigration. First of all, we'll learn the meaning of these terms. Natality, it refers to the number of births during a given period in the population that are added to the initial density. Then is mortality, it is the number of deaths in a population during a given period. Then immigration, it is the number of individuals of the same species that have come into the habitat from elsewhere during the time period. Then is emigration. It is the number of individuals of the population who left the habitat and gone somewhere else during the time period. Therefore, if n is the population density at time t, then its density at time t plus 1 is equal to, so derivation is given here. So we can see from the above equation that population density increases if the number of births plus the number of immigrants, B plus I, is more than the number of deaths plus the number of immigrants, that is D plus E. Otherwise it will decrease. So NT is equal to population density at time t, population in beginning and not, and then birth rate is noted by B, I is for immigration, D is for death rate and E is for emigration.